Concept map is constructor concept, then what are the types of the constructor, and then what will be the example for the constructor. So you will, the basic key learning is you should able to know the concept of constructor and you can write down some programs based on the constructor. First we will see the concept of constructor, then we will see the types, and then based on that particular type we will see the example. Now what do you mean by constructor? Constructor is a special member function whose task is to initialize the data member of the class, okay, whenever the object is created. Okay, now why constructor is called as the special member function? Because constructor name and class name is the same. Okay, and constructor will do not have any return type. Okay, so we will just see one example, small example I have mentioned here. Class employee int a comma b semicolon. So a and b are the a, b and salary are the data members. And how you will write down the name? As I have already told that class name and constructor name should be same. So class name employee, constructor name is also employee. Now here we will just assign the values, okay, in your constructor. This is outside declaration. So employee, then scope resolution operator employee. Now see, constructor do not have any return type. So in your outside member function declaration, before class name, what is the return type? So return type, we will not have return type. Then employee is the class name, scope resolution operator, this employee, it is for your constructor, and then void, and we have assigned a and b, a and variable a and variable b value as 0. Constructor name and class name should be same and it does not have any return type. Now we will see when you will define constructor, right? So it will call automatically. For example, when you will create the object for the constructor, it will get automatically called. For example, employee E1. So employee E1. So whatever the constructor part you have written in your particular class program, that constructor part, it may be of any type, it will get automatically called. So there is no any need to write down the like your member function. Though it is a member function, there is no any need to call explicitly your constructor. Now in that employee, even if you have created and if we have taken the reference of last example, so in that even even whatever the even is there, so even object, okay, will which is from the class employee, and it will initialize a and b to the 0. So based on that we have some characteristics of constructor. So constructor has the same name that of the class, yes. It will get invoked automatically whenever the object of the class is created. So where you will define your constructor? Constructor must be defined in a public section of a class because it is a member function, okay. And if you want to execute the constructor, why you will declare in public section? Because whatever you have written in public section, that you can access outside the class. And if you want to access the automatically constructor, if you want to access, then it is must you have to define outside the class. Then it does not have any return type, you cannot inherit the constructor. But in some cases derived class can call the constructor of the base class. Okay, so that inheritance part when you will learn, you will come to know about these characteristics of constructor. Then constructor can take default values, constructor can take parameters, constructor can be virtual, and one can refer the address of the constructor, okay. And constructor can make implicit call to the new and delete operator whenever memory is required. Now we will see the syntax. Syntax is class name argument list inside constructor. So in public access specified you will write down this. So example is class student private int roll number char name. So student int r char name. So you can write here assignment statement. So class name and constructor name should be same. Now defining outside the class. So class name, scope resolution operator, class name, argument list. Okay. So class student, int roll number, name, then student constructor, and student constructor will take the values of roll number and name from the user, and void put data will display the value of roll number and name to the user. So void so how you will declare the outside the class? So your student is your class name, then scope resolution operator, and then again your constructor name. So we will have types of constructor. So total we have 5 types of constructor: default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor, constructor with default argument, and overloaded constructor. So first we will see default constructor. So default constructor, so constructor with no arguments means we will not pass any argument to that particular constructor. Where you will pass the argument after writing the constructor name, that is your class name, then in open and close bracket, in this open and close bracket we will write the, we can pass the arguments. Yes, we can pass the argument in constructor, but the case with default constructor, there is no any need to pass the argument. So we will see class student, example, int roll number, name, student, then see in roll number name, and input data we have just displayed the roll number and name. Okay. So again here I have mentioned one small example, class employee int a comma b semicolon. In public access specifier we have to declare the constructor, then class name, open and close bracket, and a and b value we have assigned as a 0. Now whenever you want to do some type of assignment operation where you want to strictly initialize the value as 0, then at that time you can go for a constructor. Okay, and that constructor type should be default constructor. Now again for one type of constructor I will be explaining you inside inside member function declaration and outside member function declaration. So this is for the default constructor, class, class name, public, class name, open and close bracket, and here we will write down the statement. So default constructor, so scope is in between, you cannot declare the outside the class, you have to declare the inside the class, you have to declare your constructor. Okay, so example, class employee int a comma b public employee. So and then class is get terminated. We have assigned a and b value as 0. Now we will see outside member function declaration. So in outside member function declaration, syntax class, class name, public, class name, then open and close bracket, and then you have to specify the semicolon. Unless and until you will not specify the semicolon, okay, so compiler will not understood that yes, you are declaring that particular constructor as the outside member function declaration. So class name, scope resolution operator, class name, and statements. So example, class employee int a comma b public employee open and close bracket semicolon, and at the time of outside member function declaration, class name employee, scope resolution operator, then class name employee open and close bracket, and I have just initialized the value to the 0 and display the value. Okay, so in void main employee, now there is no any need to give the brackets also, only employee, e will automatically call this employee, and this then execution will go here. From here it is outside, so it will come here, it will read the value a as 0, b as 0, and it will print the value a and b is equal to 0. Then parameterize constructor. Now in parameterized constructor, the name itself it will tell you that yes, you have to pass the parameters. Okay, now when you want to constructor can take the argument, that is called as your parameterized constructor. Okay, so sometimes it is required that yes, we have to pass the parameters, right? So in that case we can go for parameterized constructor. So we will see the syntax, we will see the example, class employee int a comma b semicolon, then in public I have just declared the outside member function declaration. So int comma int employee, scope resolution operator employee int a comma int b. So a will assign to the a and b will assign to the b. Okay, now in parameterized constructor, employee e1, right? Now see, now what is the variation between default constructor and parameterized constructor? In default constructor, you can in void main you just write employee e1, but in parameterized constructor, right, employee e1 will not work, you have to pass the parameters. Now how we will pass the parameters? There are two methods, okay, to call the constructor. Okay, so we will first see the implicit call. That is what automatically call, it will call. In both the cases it will automatically call, but one is implicit and another is explicit. How we will see? Employee E1 10,30. So it will automatically call, it will store the value of A as 10 and it will get assigned to the A. It will store the value of BB as 30, it will get assigned to the B. But when you want to do the explicit calling, so you have to write down class name, then object name equal to sign, then employee, and then 10,30. Okay, so working will be same, but declaration, how to declare in void main, how to create the object in void main, that are different. So the program for parameterized constructor, class integer int m comma n. So class name is integer, so you will create the constructor with same class name, that is integer. Then in integer you will pass the two parameters of data type as integer, void display void. Then in cout you will display the value of m and n. Then next we will see, we will declare here parameterized constructor, constructor declared, constructor define. Okay, then int scope resolution operator integer int x comma int y, then m is equal to x, n is equal to y. Okay, now x value and y value will get assigned to the m and n respectively. Now first we will see implicit call, integer int 1 0 comma 100. So 0 will get assigned to the x, that is to the m, and 100 will get assigned to the y, that is to the n. Then in integer int 2 is equal to integer 25 comma 75. So x will get assigned as 25 and y will get assigned as 75, and that will get assigned to the m and n respectively. So int 1 display and int 2 display will have the values of 0 100 for int 1 and 25 75 for int 2. I have executed with the help of dev C++.